Today, we're gonna be looking at my viewers and see if they're locked in or not. Alright? First person was Chairman, and he sent me this. Okay? It looks like a barbecue. It looks like a nice little barbecue. So we're gonna go from left to right. I hope this isn't his beer. It's not locked in, bro. Alright? Pasta's not locked in because, what the fuck you getting from pasta, alright? So, a lot of carbs so far. And then I've seen bread. More carbs, alright? No, it's not very locked in. And then you got a drink. It looks like Mountain Dew from the side, but it's black. Now, I don't know what the fuck this shit is, but it has 80 fucking calories. Moving on to the right side of the photo. We have corn. I personally like corn because, bro, corn's just not for me. But, it's a vegetable. But it's not the best vegetable. So, it's kind of mediocre, right? Then, this looks like, I don't know what that is. But, the seasonings don't look bad. And then, there you go with the macaroni again. Glass plates, though. That's a fucking bonus for glass plates. This looks like turkey or chicken or something. But yeah, W fucking protein source. It's a form of white meat. So, that's pretty fucking gas. And then, this isn't his plate. So, we're going to disregard that. And then we got, it's iced tea. Yes, that's definitely not locked in. The 8 ingredients are locked in. So, if I were to rate this out of locked in, I would give it you got the protein. You got a lot of carbs. And, you don't have the best vegetables. So, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10 because you have glass plates as well, okay? Moving on. What the fuck is this shit? What is this shit? Do I even give it a rating? This looks like corn and fucking dick cheese. Like, we give this shit a rating? 0 out of 10, bro. What the fuck is that? And then, okay, another thing, okay? Plastic plate, so that's pretty bad. Metal fork, pretty good. Gravy, pretty bad. Mashed potatoes usually are pretty bad. And then these tenders, which is pretty bad. Then you got cornbread, which is also pretty bad. And mac and cheese, pretty bad. Oh, fuck it, bro. I'll give it 0 out of 10, bro. That looks fucking nasty. That's not locked in. Okay? And then it says ice cream. Okay? The only bonuses I see here is the fact they're using... Those are both very good eating materials. And the toppings aren't very locked in. So I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10, okay? Why is glass so good? It's better than plastic because when you're eating off plastic, depending on how hot your food is, it could melt the plastic. Or if you're cutting your plastic, you get microplastics into your food. Now, this looks like the most locked in thing we've seen so far. This looks like some almonds. Not very locked in because the ingredients are not very good. They're very high in calorie. The ingredients are not very good. If you're getting berries, you need to make sure they're organic. Raisins are a very good snack. Okay, they're a very good snack, but a little bit too high in calories for me. The soap, not very good ingredients. But milk, personally, if I'm getting milk, it's either A2 or grass-fed milk. Those are the only milks I'm getting. And that does look like either one, okay? The tomatoes aren't a bad thing. I have some tomatoes if I'm ever, grilling or whatever. So, bread, you guys know, if you guys are eating bread, make sure it's natural, straight, sourdough bread. Looks like some, weak-ass electrolytes. At least. And this Greek yogurt. Okay, wait. So, Greek yogurt isn't a bad thing, chat. I'd rather eat healthy than eat for calories. Non-fat plain Greek yogurt is the best. I could tell this is vanilla Greek yogurt. And just add, honey or maple in it. Moving on. We have grass-fed beef 93. Great fucking source of protein. Okay, I love it. Water bottles, microplastics, a fucking doom right here. So that's a fucking minus. Then you have fake cheese, a fucking doom. If you're getting cheese, make sure you're getting raw cheese or grass-fed cheese. Okay. Butter is probably the most unlocked in shit. Okay, this butter is not. I don't even know if this is real butter. More beef, W. Bananas, great for the bulk and great taste and great for potassium, great for everything else. Grapefruit. I've never had this before. But it's all natural. It doesn't say grass-fed, so I don't know if it's good or not. I've never seen this before. Raw honey, I think the best things from here, if I were to give it the top 5 best things, the raw honey, the carrots, the bananas, and the grass-fed beef. And strawberries and raisins, the best thing. So I would give this whole cart a rating. I would say you're new to the locked-in lifestyle, and I would give you a 7 out of fucking 10. It's a great thing. Good job being locked in, bro. Keep it up. Okay, moving on. We have a iced coffee, it looks like, and raw honey. I'm guessing it's a shake with raw honey and ice. Personally, I would blend the ice to make it thicker so it's not as liquidy. But, it looks pretty good. I can't say anything about the plastic because, it comes in plastic. And I would give a 9 out of 10, okay? This shit, if we investigate, we have fries, not locked in. We have some vegetables, which looks locked in, but then right here, it's Coke. So, that's a really bad rating. And then you got water, looks like. It could be Sprite, it could be water, but if it's water, that's good. Okay? But then we're going to go off the utensils. The utensils are metal, which is great. The plate is glass or whatever, which is great. and you have red fucking meat, which I love. 5 out of 10, because Coke really brings it down. You got fucking microplastics, okay? We're gonna go off of that. Be like, oh no, it's not microplastics. Yes, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. All plastic water bottles are gonna have plastic or microplastics, at least a little bit, okay? This looks like regular yogurt, but like, how can you tell if it's regular yogurt or not? Trust me, bro. I just do it. Which is, the ingredients are fucking trash, okay? But I'm not gonna lie, there are some good ones out there. There are like A2 yogurts out there, which is good. So, you know, it could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, and then you have grapes. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Grapes with yogurt is fucking disgusting. It looks like a plastic container, though, with a metal spoon. So, you know, you're gonna get points for the metal spoon. Now, you got chicken. Great source of protein. Then you have a metal fork. Great. But then you ruin it with a paper fucking plate. And then you have ketchup. The ingredient list of fucking doom. You guys are gonna be like, oh, this is gonna be a 10 out of 10 for him. Wrong. I'll give it 8 out of 10. Cause, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I like broccoli, I like the way it tastes. But, bro, for me, it just makes me too bloated, and I don't know if it's good for your gut health or not. Metal fork, great, and then great utensil, okay? But, you know, out of it, I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10. Okay. Number 1, it's great they went outside, okay? You got a vitamin D, which is fucking great. You got to touch grass, which is great, and you got outside, which is great. You know, now if you're grounding, it would be, you know, a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna give it an 8 to 9 out of 10. And then you send this shit. I had salad, Caesar, and then you have dressing with Caesar salad. But also another ingredient of fucking doom, chat. I'm not gonna lie, this might be off of one of my recipes. It looks fucking gas. I don't like doing berry shakes because like all the fucking particles. But you know, it's a glass cup bonus, metal straw bonus, and you got a berry shake, which looks fucking gas. So everything about it looks gas. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of fucking 10 because it's one of my things, and I know that as well. And then you send this shit. Chipotle, and be like, oh, Chipotle's good for you. No, the fuck it's not, bro. Chipotle's portions are ass. Chipotle's ingredients are fucking trash. And Chipotle's fucking oils are trash. And you're eating out of a fucking plastic spoon. You're watching your show, which I watch shows while I eat, but you're watching it inside of your room, which is fucking terrible, right? And you're eating off of plastic and paper. Like, you can see the scrapes on the paper plate going into your food, bro. Like, okay, so here's the actual order. You're getting veggies, okay? You're getting white rice, okay? You're getting chicken, not bad. Beans, I personally don't like beans. I like the taste of beans, but I don't like the benefits of beans, right? So, I'm going to give it a, you know, I'll bump it up to a 4. I'll bump it up to a 4 just because you're getting your protein, your carbs locked in. I'm definitely locked in 1 week, okay? So, he's saying this is 1 week of him locking in. Holy fuck. This shit's fucking bad. This shit might be the worst one today. I think besides the cheese, dick cheese, fucking blue cheese shit, this might be the worst one today. What the fuck is this? We're gonna go from top to bottom, okay? So, I'm not gonna lie, bro. We're gonna disregard all this shit, okay? But moving on, bro. Fuck. Not only are you having Sprite, which is terrible for you, you're having Pepsi, which is fucking terrible for you, or Fanta, which is terrible for you. You know, I might 2 out of 3 out of 10, you know, just because you got one piece and you got the glass cup, okay? He sends a view, okay? He sends a view of the ocean. Number 1, you're getting outside, which is great. Ocean's fucking great for you. And you're outside, okay? So, that's fucking W, okay? So, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 just because I don't know if you're grounding. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 just because I know that you're doing something outside. You know, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10, bro. W locked in. And then he sent a picture of a deer. So, you know, like I said, you're out in the elements, which is great, you know? I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, another 8 out of 10, you know? My friend is very locked. Why the fuck do you send this? What do I do with this? Like, what about this is locked in? If that's not cotton, you're not locked in, bro. You guys should be wearing cotton clothing. This is oh my god, this is out of fast food chain. I can tell because look, you guys can see the menu in the background, chat. This is a fast food chain. You're not locked. You're not locked. Of course he knows. Don't say of course he knows, chat. This looks like a takeout box. Facts or no, chat? So, you know, plastic. You know, you guys know I'm not a fan of plastic, so you know it's minus points. Then you got pancakes, which is fucking pancakes of doom. If you're not making pancakes the right way, which is the way I make them, or, you know, some healthy ways, and it's not locked in. Then you got eggs, so good source of protein, okay? Then you got bacon. Not my favorite source of protein just because a lot of bacons on the markets are trash. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10. Same place. Yo, where the fuck do you live? Oh my god. Where the fuck do you live? This shit looks disgusting. There's no way you ever go in this water. This shit looks disgusting. This looks like Outer Banks with fucking with sewer water. What is this shit? Well, you know what? You're out in the elements. You know, you're touching water. So it's a 7 out of 10. Okay? Appreciate all of y'all for sending the locked in shit. W fucking segment in the chat, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. W fucking segment in the chat.